Hello, Edward Neeman here. A few months ago on YouTube, I posted a video that explained my technique of double pedaling, which lets you use the damper and sostenuto pedals together in ways that aren't normally possible on an acoustic piano. The idea behind it is what I call the independent sostenuto pedal, a sostenuto pedal that works correctly even when the damper pedal is depressed. I should point out that the damper pedal and the sostenuto pedal have been used together for more than 100 years by composers, including Percy Grainger, Ferruccio Busoni, and possibly even Liszt. But on a standard acoustic grand piano, you can only get a fraction of the double pedaling effects that are possible with an independent sostenuto pedal. You'll discover this for yourself if you try out the pedaling effects in this video on an acoustic instrument. My goal with these videos is to convince piano manufacturers to build their pianos with an independent sostenuto pedal, which needs only a tiny adjustment of the current mechanism. I'm going to use an electronic keyboard for this demonstration. If you already have a keyboard with a sostenuto pedal, chances are that it already works independently of the damper pedal. That's actually the default on electronic instruments, so you're all set. I'm using a Casio PX120, which is about 7 years old, ancient by electronic standards. They don't even sell this anymore, and it's a very basic keyboard with only one pedal supported. So what I've done is I've constructed my own electronic sostenuto pedal using my computer, a standard MIDI cable, MIDI to USB cable. For the actual pedal, I'm using a USB foot switch, a gaming foot switch. This is a very affordable way to make your own virtual sostenuto pedal. If you want to know more about this or about anything else in the video description below has a link to an article that goes into much more detail. In my previous video, I showed some general techniques that are possible with an independent sostenuto pedal. In this video, I'm going to get very specific and talk about rolled chords. We might not think about rolled chords too often, but they crop up all over the place in advanced piano repertoire, such as in this nocturne in C minor by Frédéric Chopin. That stunning performance by Gabriela Montero really captures the beautiful contemplative quality of this passage, but it's also a good benchmark in showing the difficulties in pedaling rolled chords. Most of the rolled chords are too wide to hold down with the left hand, so you have to change the pedal at the beginning of each roll to sustain the bass. At the same time, Chopin marks a slur over the right-hand melody, and to get a legato melody, the pedal should be changed at the end of each roll. The problem is that you can't have both. Either you sustain the bass and have gaps in the melody, or you get a legato melody but lose the bass. In practice, every serious pianist knows that the bass is the most important part of harmony, so the legato melody has to be sacrificed. That's exactly what Montero does. Here's the excerpt one more time, and listen to how the melody is not perfectly legato. Here's where the independent sostenuto pedal comes in. On an instrument with an independent sostenuto pedal, you get the best of both worlds, a legato melody and a sustained bass. The trick is to overlap the two pedals, catching the bass notes on the sostenuto pedal before changing the damper pedal. This is a four-step process, as I'll demonstrate in slow motion. With the previous chords still ringing on the damper pedal, I play the bass note, I press the sostenuto pedal, I roll the rest of the chord, and then I change the damper pedal. So again, there are four steps. Bass note, sostenuto pedal, roll, damper pedal. In an actual performance, these 4 steps happen very rapidly, and you need to practice slowly and carefully until it becomes automatic. Here's how this passage sounds with overlapping pedal. The beauty of the independent Sostenuto pedal is that not only does it give you a legato melody, but it also opens up a new world of pedal shadings. Without the Sostenuto pedal, the artistic pedaling of rolled chords is quite limited. Every chord needs a bass note, so the function of the damper pedal is limited to sustaining the bass. Because the independent Sostenuto pedal can take over that function, the damper pedal is free to be used artistically, creating new coloristic possibilities. One possibility is that you can delay the pedal changes to create a slight blur between chords. So that's how the independent Sostenuto pedal can totally change the way you pedal rolled chords. And rolled chords are everywhere, so you'll get plenty of chances to try out this technique. I'll just show you 2 more examples. Here's the opening of the Symphonic Etudes by Robert Schumann. The red notes are the ones that I'm catching on the Sostenuto pedal. This next example, from Hommage à Rameau by Claude Debussy, only has 1 rolled chord, but it's one of my favorite places for this overlapping pedal technique. You can keep the crescendo swelling until the very last instant, holding the C-sharp minor chord on the damper pedal during the roll, and then lifting suddenly to reveal a subito piano A major chord underneath. The independent Sostenuto pedal is a powerful tool for creating new pianistic colors. Gabriela Montero did not have this tool when she gave the nocturne performance I showed you at the beginning of the video, so it was actually impossible for her to get a perfectly legato melody as I demonstrated. But despite that, she has incredible artistry and poetic sensibility and finesses the chords to create an impression of legato, so that I would swear that the melody is seamlessly connected, even when it technically isn't. That's what being a true musician is about. Using the musical tools that you have to create a stunning performance. The independent Sostenuto is ultimately just another tool. It's a new tool that I hope will be widely available to future pianists who will take its potential to expressive heights that even Chopin himself couldn't have dreamed of.